You have sort of a framework that you share with people around dealing with adversity, and I believe it's around endurance and hope and being able to persevere and prevail. Do you have a certain way that you, or certain stories that you share within those three
Yeah.
aspects?
Yes, I broke it down into three pieces, the three pillars, if you will, which the first stage is when you're confronted with a situation with pain or hardship or whatever that might be, is you have to get through it. I mean, there's no way around it. You have to endure whatever the pain or the heartache is, and that can be very hard. I mean, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. It's you're dealing with um, things that you're not used to having to deal with, and so at times it can look overwhelming, and it can be kind of a daunting climb as you look up the mountain and realize that you've got to get from here to there. But you got to start. You got to take one step at a time, and then each day, hopefully, it gets better. It gets easier. It's you're on a journey, and you have to realize that you need to get through it. The one story that I tell in my book was I was taking my daughter skiing in the mountains. She was about 12, 13 years old, and I mistakenly got to a spot which I shouldn't have taken her to. It was more advanced than she was really capable of, and she got incredibly upset, and took off her ski boots and her skis and just planted them in the snow, and she was just refusing to go. And so I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to I'm going to be right there with you, and we're just going to take each turn one step at a time. And we did. We just kind of slowly made our way down the mountain. And when we got to the bottom of the mountain, I said, "Look up. I want you to look to see what you've done." And she looked up and she went, "Oh my God." And I said, "See, now you know that you're capable of doing that. If I wasn't here, you could do it on your own." And so it was kind of a valuable lesson for her at that time. And it was kind of a story that I always remembered, which, you just have to kind of, the analogy that I've heard is, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? And that's what happened on that day. The second stage, which is really the basis of the book, is the hope stage. And the hope stage is all of the parts which are kind of the psychological aspects of how to get your attitude in the right frame, the belief system that you can overcome. And it's kind of a knowingness that you're able to kind of handle whatever is thrown at you. And I view hope as an action verb. Hope is a word that it's not something that you just sit on the couch and dream about a solution. It's something that you actually take actual steps. It could be to educate yourself. It could be even getting spiritual advice and praying. That's actually doing something. It could be looking on the internet to find out more so you can educate yourself. It's taking actual steps, which are going to ultimately help you in your ability to overcome. The third step is what I call the prevail step, and the prevail step is simply when you've gotten to the mountaintop, you've gotten through whatever adversity that was besetting you. Now what? What are you going to do to use your story, your success to help the lives of others that are going through the same journey as perhaps you were? And that's kind of the stage that I'm in, which is to try and help other people get through their own adversity. And it never ends. I'll be talking about this story for the rest of my life.